I mourn the creatures you were forced to kill. They usually aren't so aggressive. May the essence of Aetherius protect us all. Now please, stand back. I must perform the ritual of wording. Oh, I hope this works. There. I think that's done it. Come with me.
Perhaps I was too quick to pass judgment on you. These people, including my sister Olina, owe you their lives. The remaining fire should burn out soon. You did what you could, but the forest's rage has ravaged this village. It's terrible, for sure. But a small part of me is thankful that these saws won't operate again. My sisters and I should be able to open a path to safety, but we'll need your help again to make this work. Isn't it obvious? The people of the City of Stone caused this. They have no regard for the natural world. Nature only bends so far before it begins to suffer. Then it reasserts itself. Nature always prevails. That's why the vines appeared. The vines. They started appearing weeks ago, bursting through the soil and spreading throughout Glenumbra. We've never seen such vines before, and even the weird tree was engulfed by the strange growths. Whatever's happening, no one is safe.
That ward will buy us some time. Now we have to figure out what to do next. Agreed. The mill is safe for now, but we need to get the villagers out of here. My sister Johanna has a plan to help the villagers, but we need your assistance. If you're willing to help us, please talk to her. The weird tree, the spirit that gives life to this land. My sisters and I are Beldama Weird. We serve the weird tree. We came here to discover why anger infests this part of the forest. No, and that worries me. The forest no longer speaks to us. We sensed that something was wrong, and that's why we came here. But beyond that, we are at a loss as to how to make things right.
There's one last thing we need you to do. My sisters and I should be able to open a path to safety, but we'll need your help again to make this work. We can travel along the roots of the weird tree. That's how we were able to get here so quickly. But there's some kind of corruption in the soil, and now that path is blocked to us. The roots need to be nourished with pure energy. Nothing is more pure than life itself. We can use the life force of the creatures to nourish the roots of the weird tree. Kill one of the creatures near each root. Their life essences should provide the power we need to get the villagers out of here. Look for the roots of the weird around the mill. Remember that those creatures must give up their lives near the roots, or the roots won't absorb their life essences. Any creature you kill away from a root is a life extinguished for no reason.
End them. Stay ready. Never know what else might be headed our way.
We were able to get all the villagers through the portal. They're safe in our camp for now. I should return to our camp and help protect the villagers. My sisters will continue to look into the madness that occurred here. Perhaps you could help them, if you have an interest. You have earned my respect, Stone Dweller. Thank you. Speak to Helene. There are still questions that require answers.
I didn't want to say anything with all these poor people around. They've already gone through so much. But after studying the situation, I think I know what's going on in the forest. The terrible magic that infects these creatures. I've heard stories, but I've never seen it used. Reach magic. I don't know how this happened. Even the Guardians of the Weird are silent. This is much worse than I originally imagined. Elemental spirits connected to the Weird Tree. They guide us in protecting the land. But if we cannot reach them, they cannot aid us. I must ask for your continued help in this. All of Glenumbra may be at risk if this blight continues to spread. You must meet with Weiris Alina. She was the first to sense the disturbance and may know more about Reach magic. We have to find a way to stop this or the very earth around us will perish. Please, find my sister on the road north of this mill.
You could craft something nice with that.
Who goes there? Identify yourself. Bandits attacked a caravan up the road. We've got them pinned in a noble's house, but they're holding the family hostage. If we attack, they'll kill everyone. Not my call. You should talk to Captain Farley-Vere. She's on the road west of the camp.
Jora, Mako, Ta.
Always fun. Let's just do what we came here for.
If I knew Master Rolla's...
Ah, there you are. I have been expecting you.
Business is good here, but things are just a little too quiet for me. Work hard enough and you'll be rewarded.
Ah, there you are. I have been expecting you.
Weapons ready. We've got this.
Failure is success if you learn from it.
Burn it! Lucky day. Take it off!
We should throw dice for gold. Interested?
We found 3 bodies in the river.
You weren't keeping score, were you? Me neither. Never a dull moment.
Set it ablaze!
I forgot I was supposed to be reading these out loud. So, read us. Luck has finally turned my way. Some drunk knob in Daggerfall was celebrating his betrothal and joined our card game. The fool was so sure of his hand, he put up the betrothal ring he was carrying. I won. I took my winnings right then and headed out to town. You never know with rich folk. He might have sent someone after me to take the ring back, but I want it fair and square. I never cheat at cards. I need to get back to the base and prepare dinner for the crew. They have been fair to me, but I'm no robber or outlaw. I'm a cook. If I can fence this pretty ring, buy myself some decent clothes, clean myself up a bit, maybe I can get hired in a proper tavern or inn. Tyrdas. That rogue Patrell brought in a giant egg and asked me to make a big omelet. I can't be sure, but I think it might be a harpy egg. That seems like a terrible idea. I know they are birds, but maybe they are a little bit people too. It's creepy. I'm going to tell one of the others to take it away. Tomorrow before dawn, I'm getting out of here. I'm reinventing Renetta Facel.
This isn't what I had hoped. Nothing like finding out that the family estate you inherited is nothing but a pile of ruins. And here I thought my life was finally taking a turn for the better. I just found out that this land belongs to me. You see, my father recently passed away. I was reading his journals and learned of this place. I wasn't sure why he kept it a secret until I got here. This place is haunted. Makes my skin crawl just getting near the damn place. There are imps everywhere, and the Whispers, they threaten me, warn me to stay away. But this is my land now. No bodiless voice is going to make me leave. A Baelborn always pays for services rendered. This place might look like a ruin to you, but it's a part of my family. It's all I have left. That's like asking me why my father Maurice was such a bastard. There are things we aren't meant to know. When the voice whispered to me, it said that the land was no longer mine. According to my father's journal, this property has belonged to my family for centuries. But Maurice was also a lying bastard whose death was long overdue. He was known for only telling half the story. Search the ruins. See if you can find a ghost wandering around, or wailing, or rattling chains, or doing whatever ghosts do. Do you think I should hire a priest to perform some kind of ritual? Owning a haunted estate is all rather new to me. Damn ghost won't let them in! Why else would I be standing out here?
Over so soon?
Hand in hand, we snuck through the gardens and sat on a bench beneath the moon. The way he looked at me sent shivers down my spine. Our love is forbidden. Still, we care for each other deeply. He plans to tell his parents of our love soon.
I've returned, my love. I missed you so much.
Maurice, what is this? It's beautiful.
My mother's necklace. She gave it to me. Told me to give it to the woman who would become my wife.
Is this what I think it means? Oh, Maurice, this is the happiest day of my life.
Building up a stash. Let's see what you're made of.
I didn't steal your necklace, my lady. I swear to you. Your son gave it to me. Maurice, please tell her.
Silence! My son would never give my necklace to a lowly serving girl. I don't know which is worse, your lies or your thieving fingers.
Maurice, please. Tell her of our love. The time we've spent together. Why won't you say anything?
I'm sure she didn't mean to steal it. She's been working awfully hard. Perhaps exhaustion.
Enough! I'll hear no more excuses. Punish her with the whip, and then lock her in the tower.
I never told Maurice I was waiting to surprise him after the family accepted our love and blessed our union. But that never happened, and Maurice never found out about our baby. Now he'll never know. I can't believe what a coward he turned out to be. He couldn't stand up to his mother, not even to save the life of the woman he loved. Instead, he didn't say a word and left me in this tower to rot. I never should have trusted a bellborn. I thought about calling the guards and telling them the truth, but I don't want my baby to grow up to be a bellborn. I won't allow that. I'm dying. I pray to any who hear my plea. I don't expect an answer, but I want our deaths to be avenged. Somehow, some way, I'll make the bellborns pay.
Good to get stocked up.
that wasn't such a good idea. It wasn't necessarily a bad idea, but it was most definitely not a good idea. After you entered the ruins without any trouble, and I'm not counting the imps, mind you, I assumed that the spirit had fallen asleep or something. Anyway, as we stepped inside, we were hit with a wave of incredible force. It hurt. A lot. Great. Just great. If you shake my family tree, my father wouldn't be the only bastard to fall out of it. But he might be the worst. We have to reason with this spirit. Show her that I'm not the one who wronged her, and I don't deserve her wrath. What? Why would I do that? That's a foolish idea. A Baelborn never abandons his property. We need to get rid of her, explain our side, but I'm not really sure how to communicate with a spirit. Maybe you could summon her or something. You just... well, you... damn, I don't know. Head back to Daggerfall. The Mages Guild there has a library. They must have a book or a scroll or something that has the information we need.
Useful. Hold on to that. What is it?
Over here! We have much to discuss, you and I.
Honestly, why fight a foe up close when you can roast them from afar? Some people call it cowardice. Me? I call it good sense.
I do hope you're not dabbling in necromancy. That magic always causes more harm than good. But yes, we probably have what you seek. Check upstairs. That's where we keep books on the arcane arts.
This actually looks interesting. So, according to the Heartland Cyrodiil by the old fraud, Frastus of Elnher, the Nepenthes Valley and the Colovian Hills have always enjoyed the temperate climate they have today, and early references to Cyrodiil as a subtropical jungle were merely errors on the part of one of the Hemskers. Really, what then of the waving fawns of Voltaren? Tirson? Mentioned in the History of Slays. What of the Kosei's dense jungle shore of Runmer? And Tamarillion Tractals are these as well the mistakes of errant copyists? No, I think it more likely that the millennia ago, Cyrodiil's climate was warmer and wetter than it is today. The environment of the heartland has changed, which begs the question, how? I've given a great deal throughout thought to this question and would like to propose a hypothesis. However, I am not a scholar of deep mytho-history like Vanus Galerian or Viridalmo, the signifier. So let's just call the following a speculation. Tamriel is the center of Nern, Cyrodiil is the center of Tamriel, and at the center of Cyrodiil stands the greatest of mortal-made structures, the White Gold Tower of the Imperial City, which was patterned in open emulation of the Adamantine or the Reni Tower, the oldest structure in Tamriel, said to have erected by the Aedra themselves. This was no mere homage, whim, or coincidence. White Gold Tower is built in semblance of the Adamantine in order to echo the first tower's undeniable mystical properties, and not just to echo them, but due to its central location to amplify them. What are the mystical properties? This leads us to the domain of the tower lore, a realm fraught with scholarly conflict, but I will try to give it a simple and unconventional summary. When the Aedra were persuaded or hoodwinked by Lorcan into creation of the Mundus, the physical flesh of Nern was hung on a skeleton of joints, each of which radiated a palpable reality, the bones of the world, as it were. At one of these mystical joint points, the Aedra erected a great structure, the adamantine structure, the adamantine tower, where they held a conclave to decide the fate of Lorcan and the Mundus. In later times, mortal mages discovered the tower and deduced its reality-affirming properties. The Merithic elves then imitated it, erecting the White Gold Tower and Crystal Towers at joint points. And we deal with the Crystal Towers in the Somerset expansion. In doing this, what did the elves hope to achieve? I would post it that through their collective possession of such towers in their realms, over time the elves actually amended their local realities to conform their desires. Thus, the Somerset archipelago in the sphere of the Crystal Tower is a warm and paradisical domain perfectly adapted to the Altmere, and Cyrodiil in the sphere of the even more powerful White Gold Tower became a warm and subtropical jungle which suited the ease-loving Aliots. That's interesting. But then the slaves of the Heartland, High Elves, rose up against their masters, conquered the valley of Nivene, and the Aliots ruled no more. Thereafter, the White Gold Tower was the center of the human empire, peopled by the Needs and the Cryo-Nords who originated in cooler northern climates. And so the Tower of Cyrodiil responded to the desires of his new master. And that, I believe, is the answer to how the Heartland changed from subtropical to temperate, because once men ruled in Cyrodiil, the local reality changed to meet their needs and wishes. Changed slowly, perhaps almost imperceptibly, but inexorably, until Cyrodiil became the realm of temperate forests and fields we know now. So is that the truth of the matter? Have I deduced the answers to the mystery? I cannot be sure. I'm only a humble scholar residing in the Tower of the Fifth Doctrine, which is neither white gold nor adamantine. The only thing I'm quite sure of is that any theory propounded by Frastus or Eldher is almost certain to be wrong.
Prices have never been better.
The reality of spirits. Our world is strange, but it's also fascinating. Some people conjure fire from their fingertips. Others lift large objects using just the power of their minds. Is it so far-fetched to think that people infused with magicka in life could not find a way to step through the barriers of death? that they could sustain their essence and remain capable of communicating with those us still possessed of life's sweet kiss. Yet, my studies indicate that as life fades from our bodies upon death, so too should the magica depart with our last breath. But we know spirits exist. I have personally encountered more than one haunting stare through the course of my research. I have seen desperate, ghostly eyes full of fear and longing for help. It's almost as if some memory of life still lingered in the spirit form. What if we could communicate with these spirits? What if we could call them to us to ask them why they still haunt a house or a grave site or a battlefield? I believe I might have found a way to speak to those who have passed on. Perhaps we can finally learn if the dead are truly dead. I intend to learn these secrets. I intend to speak to the spirit and discover what the spirit truly is. Watch for my next book on this subject, Life After Death, Incredible Secrets Revealed.
A collection of foolish thoughts, that. All to sell more books. Don't expect to find much truth in a tome such as that. Summoning spirits can be dangerous work. I heard about you. About how you entered the ruins of Baleborn Tower. You must not undo the sacrifices that have already been made. My master sent me to give you advice and guide you to the right decision. By helping you accomplish what the Baleborn has requested. My master sent me to help you summon the spirit. You need to see why the Baleborn curse must not be broken. Someone who must remain secret, for now. But time is wasting. You need to understand that this curse must not be broken. Words are so much less effective than seeing the reality of a thing. Now think carefully before you answer my next question. I need to determine if you can truly summon the spirit of the dead. What is the spirit's name?
I kind of forgot.
Claudie Thiemann was a quiet woman. She never wanted power or riches. All she wanted was love. A family. A home to call her own. What token did the one she loved give to her? What was the gift that would prove to be her undoing? Something so ordinary as a piece of jewelry, once promised an eternity of love. And yet it led to Claudie's untimely death. My final question. What drove Claudie to act as she did? Yes, revenge. She hated the Baleborns. Wanted to destroy them more than anything. Except saving her child. The deal she made, you'll see. I'll take those items. Go on to the gravesite by the Daggerfall Cathedral. We will send Claudie there.
Look, it's the hero.
What is this place? What happened to the tower? What have you done? The Baleborns hired you, didn't they? But you don't understand. You don't know what I gave up to stop them. I lost everything. I lost my baby. I fell in love with a coward. A Baleborn who couldn't disappoint his mother, even if it meant his beloved had to die. My love turned to hatred in that tower. Before the end, I begged and prayed for someone to help my unborn child. You have to understand. Akatosh, Daedra, it didn't matter who heard me. I just wanted my baby to live. I made a bargain, got my revenge, saved my baby. The Baleborns deserve to lose what they love the most, their wealth, their lands. I felt my child leave me. I could smell the smoke from the tower. I heard the screams. The deal had been struck. The Baleborns don't change. That family carries evil in its heart. Let them all rot. The ward and the waterfall will always keep the Baleborns away. The Master made it with his own blood. No! You can't! The Master won't let you. My baby. What would become of him? The Master would kill him. I don't believe you would do such a thing. You know the Baleborns are evil. You know that my curse must stand.
Building up a staff. Good thinking.
What's going on? I was able to get this far, but I still feel the approaching dread and building terror. Did you talk with the spirit? I told you my father was a bastard, but what he did happened many years ago. I had no part in that. Why should I have to suffer for what he did? It doesn't matter. Listen, you need to convince the ghost to move on. Please, convince the spirit that we suffered enough. My mother ordered the hired guards to reclaim this place no matter the cost. It's out of my hands. These men will kill anyone who gets in their way.
Part of me wanted to end the curse, but I think I'm going, to let it stay, but I think I'm going to end the curse this way.
My child! What will become of my child?
You could craft something nice with that.
Do you remember anything? Where you came from? Who you are?
My head is pounding. I think my name is Stefan.
I walked in here and this young man nearly fell on my head. And you? Were you successful? Figured as much. It felt like the air shifted for a moment. When we tried to walk through the ruins, nothing stopped us this time. But as soon as we walked in here, this man fell out of the sky. We thought it was an ambush. Really? He whispered a name or something. Siniak or Saniak. Something like that. He looked confused. And then he said, Themond. Do you have any idea what all that means? He's the son of the ghost that tried to kill me? Well, that's just great. I think he's hurt. But if he wants to pick up where his ghostly mother left off... If I took after my father, I'd put an end to the young man. It would be the prudent thing to do. But I never liked my father. There's been enough hatred between our families. It's time things changed. Of course, of course. You've certainly been more useful than these hired hands. The Baleborns are once again on their way to the top, and I have you to thank for that. I'll always remember the small part you played to make this happen.
I feel free. It's as though a burden has been lifted from me. A burden I didn't know I carried. Whatever you did, it feels right. When my memory returns, I'll find you and thank you properly for this.
I made the right decision.
Better overstocked than under.
Stranger, a word. You look like the courageous type. I have an opportunity. You're sober, aren't you? Good. Are you interested in taking on a contract? Nothing too dangerous. My father, Lord Dial, hired a group called the Daggers to investigate the Harpy threat. But they've been gone too long, and I'm beginning to worry. We don't want any blood on our hands when this is all over. Well, I need you to go and find them. You can take the one dagger who managed to find his way back to camp with you. He can fill you in on the details. I'd send my...
I am not going to do the Harpy quest yet. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna go into the delve, get Sky Shard, and kill the boss for the Golden Pursuit. I don't need to do this boss because I've completed Outer World bosses. Though I probably should because it's a Golden Pursuit. I just don't think this character is strong enough to do it. I'm gonna try. If I die, I die.
Should have run. Might have to go on without me.
Well, luckily there was some people here to help me, so I ended up getting it. So these people pretty much fell asleep where a world boss was. Oh, I already had that one for the Golden Pursuits. Oh well. So in this delve, I also have to do a not Thieves Guild, the Mages Guild quest. So, what is this? Salem? I have the maps pulled up on my computer. So the Sky Shard is at the top, and the boss is here. I'm gonna go all around anyway, so I'm definitely gonna get both of them.
You want to die? Fine.
Circle around!
Who's next?
To the side!
Well done. I am Shalador, young one, and I think you'll do nicely.
Return that book to Velost. Tell her fire will show her the words.
Someone left this here? It's yours now.
Comes of this.
I have never had a main that was a healer. I think I'm going to make her into a healer since the Wardens are some of the best healers. Them and Necros. Templars are really good too. I do have a Templar that I jump on, and if I want to get into dungeons faster, I'll make that one a healer, but it's not like built as a real healer. She's just really good at it. So I think I'm going to make this one a healer.
Ours now.
Follow more commands.
Ready to move out.
Okay, this is a lower one. Our efforts to expand across the Daggerfall Covenant must continue. Newly discovered alien ruins along the coast make it imperative that we capture key areas of the land. Take a team of warriors, take control of the site, and send word back on what you find. There might be something useful hidden within the ruins. Or at the very least, we will gain a new base of operations. Our best arms master, trained in the art of Thunder Maul, will accompany you to provide additional muscle. So this area is where the Out of Mary Dominion is trying to station at. Since I am done with this area, I'm going to just get out of here. There's no point in me trying to work my way through here.
can't even hear myself think here.
Well, hello there, stranger. Pull up a chair and sit for a while. I'd love to hear about your adventures.
My horses are beauties. Look how they...
Over here! We have much to discuss, you and I.
Were you successful? Do you have the tomes? Well done. You're already proving your worth to the guild. Sorry, did you say strange? What happened? Shalador? Labyrinthian's father, the Spell Mirror's forger. Are you speaking truly? And, this book's pages are blank. Why is it glowing? The spellwrights of the First Era used a special ink that would remain invisible until immersed in arcane fire. Perhaps that's what he meant. We have a brazier nearby burning with such a fire. Let's see what the flames reveal. Cast the book into the arcane fire. Fear not, the pages will not burn. Shalador was the most famous archmage of the First Era. His dedication to spellcraft and his commitment to research were unmatched by any before or since. Most mages revere him, though he does have his critics. Shalador felt that one should earn the right to be called mage. He created many trials to test the spellcasting mettle of men in Myr. His loudest detractors were those who failed those tests. What has the fire revealed? Complex indeed. Much of this is beyond my understanding, but here, this one is an attunement spell. We can summon Archmage Shalador himself. We'll need some ritual orbs. They'll focus your magicka, attune your life energies, and draw him to this place. The ritual will apparently also link your mind with his. It means that the Archmage will be able to guide you and speak to you whenever he chooses. Are you ready to begin? To the center. First, we attune your spirit to Shalador's. Ready. When you're set, use the orb before you.
knew it! I was right in choosing you. I can sense, yes, the aura around you glows with good fortune. You will be the one to help me complete my final task. What I hope to accomplish is difficult, perhaps impossible. It will require great strength of spirit. I sense this strength in you. That is what drew us together in the ruins. A storm rages towards us, Adept. War has come to Tamriel, and the mages of this great guild must have quarter. I intend to offer them a safe haven, a sanctuary where they may study in peace. I created that sanctuary centuries ago. It was stolen from me by an agent of chaos and magically transported to the Shivering Isles. To recover the island, we must locate 4 hidden tomes. This is the task of which I speak. They are being held in a place known as Cheesemonger's Hollow. It is a realm of the mad god, Sheogorath. Stand by my side, and I will open a portal. Be careful. Sheogorath is not to be taken lightly. I lost the sanctuary because of his nimble tongue and mad stare. He's known as the Daedric Prince of Madness, the Mad God. The Dunmer call him one of their 4 corners of the House of Troubles, and he's earned the title 1,000-fold. Don't take him too lightly. Madness comes in many forms. Sheogorath encompasses them all. He rules the Shivering Isles, but often takes an active interest in our world. That usually doesn't end well. Yes, an example of Sheogorath's humor. There are those that find his madness amusing. I am not one of those people. The Mad God would just as soon serve you an aged cheddar as he would flay the skin from your bones. Remember that. I won't waste my time recounting his antics. Suffice it to say, he got the better of me. Bets were made, wagers were lost, and my sanctuary, Ivea, was pulled into his realm. My apprentices screaming all the while. To protect my legacy, while this guild was, after my time, I accomplished much in Tamriel. I founded schools of magic, oversaw the construction of the Great Maze, and bore my spell mirror into battle. I know it. I laid powerful enchantments on my final resting place. When my legacy is threatened, I'm drawn back from Aetherius. My presence here is proof enough. The 3 Banners War is a threat to every mage in Tamriel.
Oh, how quaint. A mortal. Well, what is it? Here for some noble purpose, no doubt. Spell books? How pedestrian. As it happens, I'm feeling particularly charitable at present. I'll allow you to enter. After a test of your resolve. This isn't a lending library. If you want the spell books, you'll have to earn them. A portal has been opened, just behind you. Close it, and I'll grant you passage. Close the portal if you can, though you may want to deal with those scamps first.
And down they go.
Interesting. Well, I suppose. That was unexpectedly competent. You'd make an adequate house servant. I don't suppose you'd consider it. The pay is meager, but the fringe benefits are appalling. Pity. The tomes you seek are beyond the door at the top of the stair. Once you're outside, follow the path. Just doing the Master's will. I will open the door for you. Oh, and mind the scamps. The little imps adore fresh flesh. Such children. Right this way. And please, try not to make a mess of things.
Is there any better feeling than finding free stuff?
Happy adventuring. I'm so glad we've had this time together. One must usually go to a public execution for conversation of this caliber. Oh, just one of the many shrines to my lord. The common rabble know it as Cheesemonger's Hollow. Sher Gorath is fond of it, but rarely graces it with his presence. I am Lord Sher Gorath's chamberlain. I handle his affairs and look after the Shivering Isles while his lordship is away. Are you lost? Do you know nothing of the place you've come to? The Shivering Isles are Lord Sher Gorath's realm in oblivion. To tell you more would, as my lord puts it, spoil all the fun.
Look, Pop! Someone to play with you! Well, well, well. What do we have here? Puppy killer? Come to steal me books? What? Who? Where? What? When? Sometimes why? Speak up! Honesty is the best policy, as far as you know. Shalidor? Ho ho! That pompous Nord and I go way back. I know what he wants. Indeed I do. Ha! His island. He wants to steal it back. How I love a challenge! Now where's the sport in that? I tell you what. I'll give you one book in exchange for your heart or lungs. Your choice. No, wait. I have a better idea. Let's have a contest. A contest wrapped in a mystery with an enigma glaze. Oh, what fun we'll have! A few tasks, the odd death trap. Nothing so difficult as, say, reassembling the Staff of Chaos or rebuilding the Numidium. Take the first book, Puppy Killer, and I'll give you an additional book for each test you pass. Are you game? Excellent! Cheese and cabbage for everyone! But wait, we should inform Shalidorable of our deal. With any luck, he'll die of embarrassment all over again. I can't wait to see the look on his face. If it's precious enough, I might hang it on the wall.
What's the meaning of this? Sher Gorath!
You remembered. Ah, Shalidor. You never ride, you never visit. Just now I made a deal with your lackey here. How long have you wanted those books? Eternity?
Your deals are hardly fair. What farce have you contrived this time?
Think of it as an adventure! Ha! And don't worry, I've got a surprise for you, too. I put a tiny curse on these books, just a small one. Long story short, Shal, you can never read these books.
Curse you, mad god!
Boring! Be more imaginative, Shal. Like, curse you, mad god! May you become cheese eternally gnawed by skeevers! Unfortunately, I have no more time for constructive criticism. Do stay in touch.
Curse the mad god. I don't know what game he's playing with you, but I do know the stakes. That's true. Though without my help, it will take Velast considerably longer to translate it. I'd like you to return and let her know the bad news. I'll send you back to Tamriel then. Are you ready?
Watch your pockets.
Over here! We have much to discuss, you and I.
You radiate an aura of power. Does this mean you have the books? Tests? Well, that's a start, I suppose. What of Shalidor? He was drawn away from here in a burst of light. Not good, not good. I'll start translating this right away, but I hope Shalidor returns to help. Zarxus' backside! Then this is going to take a while. Check in at a guild hall from time to time. I'll leave word for you when I've finished. In the meantime, keep an eye out during your travels. There are many lost tomes scattered throughout Tamriel. Who knows, any one of these books may help us restore Shalador's lost island haven. Pardon me, I must begin this translation. These runes? Fascinating. Terrifying, isn't he? The will and attention of a child with the power of a Daedric prince. Well, look on the bright side. You're still upright on 2 legs. You're not inside out or bright purple or afflicted with new angry limbs. It could be worse.
What?